Hey y'all, what is up? It's the Ebonee Gamer, and I just got done watching the BE3 presentation for E3, which is Bethesda's presentation. I kind of missed EA's earlier, but it wasn't nothing to write home about, so I'm not even mad about that. I was really not impressed from what I did see, so I'm not gonna really talk about that. There wasn't a whole lot to talk about anyways, so I'm gonna move on to Bethesda. And even though Bethesda was kind of lackluster, I guess their last presentation from last year was kind of hard to live up to. There still are a few things that caught my eye, like Dishonored 2 is the best thing that I felt they had going for them, and I guess that's why they ended it on that note. Let's start out positive. I appreciated I desire to be a game dev one day, so I did appreciate when he talked about how they looked into how they thought of each character, or the thought of the people that lived in, I already forgot what the city's name is, that's not good, but I should have been taking notes. He talked about how they thought about how the citizens of that city would live, and like how would they get home from work, and what were their daily lives, what were their tasks, what did the city look like 10 years before the player characters get there. And I thought that was really interesting because as a writer, what I want to do is write for games in the future. That's my dream job. And that's exactly how I go about crafting worlds or crafting characters, is I put them in I bring them to the real world, and I'm like, what would they do if X, or how would they do Y, So I appreciated that little look into the mind of a game dev, and it's really cool to see that they do that too. So I appreciated that. I don't know if that's something big or major or exciting for anybody else, but I like that. I thought that the manor segment was brilliant. That was beautiful. I love that already. That makes the game for me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a segment that they showed of gameplay when they finally got around to showing some fucking gameplay. And it's this manor that something happened inside, some type of ritual or something crazy. And it's trapped between two dimensions, like the past and the present. And the present is like this rundown, dilapidated mansion, and the past, it was this big, happening manor. It was like a pimpin' Dr. Dre video or some shit. I really thought that's cool. It was cool the way they showed it, because you have this tool and it allows you to kind of stay in the present, but also preview into the past. And you can use that to your advantage because there's enemies in the past that aren't there in the future or the present. And you can use that tool to kind of help you stealthily get around the level. And you can jump through, I guess, the dimensions and go back to the past as well and kill the enemies and do what you gotta do, solve puzzles. That was brilliant. That's some dope level design. And if they have that much ingenuity for the rest of the game, this is really about to be something special. And I hope that's not the big thing that they have for the whole game. I hope there's more like that, but that was beautiful. I really like that. Something minor and again more personal, the world kind of favored New Orleans to me, so that's 10 points right off the bat. I'm huge, I don't know what it is about Louisiana period, but I get so hype off that shit. And I'm not even from there, from the South, but I'm not from New Orleans. But they gonna claim me. I'm gonna make them claim me one day, okay? I'm not letting this go. It seems like the feel of the first game is returning, so that's good. You do want to progress in a game series life, and this is only the second game, so I won't put that much pressure on it, but you do want to make progress. And from what I did see, they are working towards that. They are, but it seems like the things that made the first game dope are returning, so I do have high hopes for it in terms of gameplay and feel. That stuff's really important. So I didn't see anything that kind of made me be like, oh lord, they done fucked it up, they done goofed. I didn't see anything like that. And finally, I like that you can play as both Emily and Corvo, and that's not new news, but I still really appreciate that because I actually like Corvo the best. But when I play the game on the channel, I'll probably be playing Emily, since from what I understand, Corvo is going to be pretty much, similar to what he was in the last game. He's just a lot more powerful. Although I was not feeling the way they kind of portrayed him in the trailer. Like, he was very boring, very kind of, and he didn't have to be like that, because he was silent in the last game and far more interesting. What I don't like, though, on that note, is how people are kind of responding to that choice between Emily and Corvo, how they're kind of bashing Corvo's character. And it's like, oh, what a difficult choice, the well-written girl or the boring, bland male. Like, here we go with that shit. I'm sorry. I've been seeing some of this, like, very, very, very similar response. It irks the hell out of me when some, I don't generalize, but some white chicks like to act like they are not represented in games. Like, here we go, we have to play this game where we act like Emily is the first playable female character in any game ever, and knowing good and well she's like the millionth white chick to ever be playable in a game. It's not that special. I love Emily's character and I'm excited to play as her, so I'm not downplaying her, don't get it twisted, but I am gonna downplay this little reaction of acting like she's the first one. She's not, okay? Like, meanwhile, black gamers, people of color gamers are sitting off to the sidelines, filing our nails, just waiting for, you know, us to play catch up with, like, white representation. Meanwhile, white girls are sitting here acting like we can't sit here and make collage after collage after collage of white female playable characters. Get the fuck out. I'm sorry. I don't usually go there in my stuff, but that reaction irked the hell out of me. And again, I'm not generalizing, but I saw a decent amount of that type of reaction. It's annoying. But overall, that I feel Dishonored 2 is going to really be an amazing addition to the series. I'm wondering if we're going to see any of the characters from the last game. I think they mentioned that Outsider will be returning, so there's that. But I don't think I saw anybody else that we recognize or that, you know, that made an appearance in the last game. I could be wrong, but they didn't reveal a whole lot. So from what I did see, I am impressed by that. There wasn't too much more. The only other thing that caught my eye from the presentation was probably the Skyrim, was it Definitive or Enhanced edition, and not for good reasons. I'm sorry. Love Skyrim to death. Love Elder Scrolls, period. But people need to freaking chill with these enhanced definitive, editions of games. That's enough. We never get new games anymore. It's just straight up remakes, reboots, or enhanced / definitive editions. Come on. Like, a new Elder Scrolls would have been far more exciting. We already have mods that will make your game look better, and now you're telling me we can put mods on the console. Like, that to me, like, just get the game on the freaking PC if the graphics bother you so badly. Like, you could have been showing us a new Elder Scrolls. I'm not impressed by that, and that was pretty much my reaction for the rest of BE3. Like I'm not a big Quake fan, so that didn't get me. I can't stand card games, so the Elder Scrolls card game didn't get me. The DLC for Fallout 4 did look really dope. It put me in the mind of Point Lookout, which is my favorite DLC of all the Fallout games, but Fallout 3 especially. So that seemed promising, I'll give them that. Yeah, not too much else really caught my eye. I know it's not officially E3 just yet, so I'm not trying to be negative. I'm gonna keep a positive outlook on it, but so far I have not really been that impressed, and this year is really not shaping up to be what I had hoped so far. So we'll see. I might do, if anything else catches my eye in the coming days, I will make another impressions video. If not, because I don't really like to be too negative on this channel, I probably will just keep it to myself. But yeah, tell me what you think. Tell me what you're excited about. If you disagree with me, let me know why. If I missed something you think I should have been talking about, let me know. What are you hoping to see in the future? I really want to know, because this is my favorite time of the year. So thanks for hanging out, and hopefully there will be something exciting so that I can come back and we can talk about it.